Princess Leonor's first dancer unexpectedly shocks the world globe. A royal ballroom, glittering chandeliers. The world expects grace. But then, shock. Not tradition, not routine. Leonor moved. Different, bold, fierce. And in that instant, everything changed. The night was meant to be predictable. A celebration of heritage, of elegance, of control. Princess Leonor, heir to the Spanish throne, was stepping into the spotlight, not as a politician, not as a student, but as a young woman about to dance for the first time before the eyes of the world. Most expected a waltz. Slow, careful, the kind of measured rhythm that has echoed through royal halls for centuries. But when the music began, the atmosphere shifted. Not a waltz, not a minuet, something else. Leonor chose passion, flamenco rhythms fused with modern energy, a heartbeat pounding through her steps. Every movement declared independence, emotion, rebellion wrapped in grace. The crowd froze. Ministers, dignitaries, ambassadors, none dared whisper. Cameras rolled, and suddenly the world saw not just a princess, but a woman writing her own narrative. Why did this shock matter so much? Because royalty thrives on predictability. Every step rehearsed, every gesture coded with meaning. But Leonor, she shattered expectation. And behind her courage lies a story stretching back generations. Her mother, Queen Letizia, once a journalist, knows the price of stepping outside tradition. Her father, King Felipe, has carried the weight of monarchy's survival. Both understand the delicate balance, modern relevance against ancient expectation. For Leonor, this dance was not performance. It was declaration. What was she declaring? That she is not a shadow. Not just the future queen. She is present, alive, and unafraid. But here's the hidden layer: this wasn't spontaneous. Weeks before, whispers emerged among palace staff. Leonor was practicing secretly. Not in grand halls, but in private rooms, with trusted instructors who blurred the line between classic and contemporary. Why the secrecy? Because tradition is guarded. Any misstep could spark criticism, scandal, even political tension. And yet, she prepared. Quietly, determined. The world thought her shy, reserved. Few knew of the fire beneath her calm surface. So when her first spin cut through the silence, it wasn't just choreography. It was centuries of royal restraint colliding with the spirit of a new age. Spain's young generation, watching from screens and balconies, felt it instantly: this was their queen in waiting. Still, every bold move invites resistance. Within hours, critics whispered. Too daring, too modern, too risky. Was this the image of monarchy Spain needed? Or was Leonor dancing too close to controversy? But here's the twist: support exploded. Across Europe, across the globe, her performance went viral. Not polished perfection, but authenticity. Not stiff formality, but vulnerability and strength woven into rhythm. People weren't watching a performance. They were witnessing a moment of truth. And behind the applause, another question grew. Who inspired her? Who gave her courage? Rumors swirled. Was there someone in her life, perhaps a hidden figure, whose presence fueled this newfound boldness? A mentor, a friend, or even a first love? The palace, as always, remained silent. Silence feeds mystery. Mystery fuels curiosity. And curiosity makes legends. Leonor's dance may have lasted only minutes. But its echoes stretched far beyond. Newspapers called it the unexpected revolution. Commentators said, she is no longer a girl of promise. She is a woman of presence. And deeper still, the Spanish people began to ask, what kind of queen will she be? If her first dance could defy expectation, what about her reign? Will she rule with the same blend of tradition and modern fire? Her parents watched closely that night. The king's gaze steady, hiding pride behind composure. The queen's eyes glimmering, knowing what it meant to step into a room and rewrite the script. Family tension rose quietly, between those who wanted Leonor to remain a perfect symbol, and those who recognized the necessity of transformation. This single performance carved a new path. And yet, the world demands more. Will she continue boldly, or will tradition pull her back? Every time Leonor steps into public now, the unspoken question lingers: will she surprise us again? The first dance shocked the world because it was not just about music, or rhythm, or beauty. It was about freedom, courage, and the story of a young woman daring to be fully herself under the heaviest crown of expectation. And so the legend begins. Because when a princess dances, she doesn't just move. She declares. She disrupts. She dares. And the world will never see her the same way again.